Hi, this is Joe from PrepAgent. I'm here with a friend, Michael Maxwell, who just passed his real estate exam in California. Take it away.
All right. First of all, I just want to say thank you for having me, Joe. I very much appreciate that. A couple things that I wanted to talk to people about is what to do before the exam, things that I wish I would have known. And starting off, I think it's important to have the proper mindset, know where your goals are. For me, entering this field was something I was very passionate about. And having the proper mindset really carried me through not just with studying, but taking the exam and even moving forward, like finding a broker. What I did and what worked for me was getting PrepAgent, and the videos really helped me to grasp the concepts, not just the definitions, but real world application, because that's what's going to show up on the exam. And that really helped tremendously. And then a lot of people I saw would do like 10 or 20 question practice tests. For me, I did 150 because I knew that that's how many questions the actual exam was for. So that helped me get back into the mode of taking tests. And it gave me a huge bank of answers. And when I got something wrong, I could just go back and see what was the correct answer. And that really built up a lot of confidence on the day of the exam. Another thing is to really be confident. I knew that I put forth the work. I studied for about a month to take the exam, and on the day of, I could tell that there was some nerves there, but knowing all the work that I put in really carried me through.
Yeah, it's always that funny thing. Preparation gives confidence rather than just a lot of motivational speeches and look at Instagram posts that cheer you on, make you feel good. You
Yeah,
actually got to do the work. So the videos really helped you a lot.
absolutely.
It's odd how different things work for different people. So you watch the short 2-minute concept videos we do.
Little cartoons, that's what really hit it home for me.
You got to simplify this stuff. And it's also a lesson to be learned as you go on your real estate career because you're going to become more advanced in your knowledge. You got to remember the people you're talking to are not. So the
Right.
ability to simplify stuff is a valuable skill. So I'm glad you got that. So what are you going to do now? Now you're passed and you're ready to go. So what now?
I decided on the brokerage that I'm going to work with. I have a lot of people supporting me, and I think that's really important. One thing that I would recommend is that while you're waiting on your exam, while you're studying for it, go out and interview different brokerages. I mean, I went to all the big names that you've heard of and a couple mom and pops, but when I found the one that was for me, that was a game changer. That's when I started to connect with other agents and brokers really look to do more. And I just think it would behoove you to get that out of the way, not just pass your exam, which is great, and then just like wonder where you're going to go. To already know where I was going was very helpful and saved a lot of time.
I love that you said that. I say it all the time. I hate when people pass like, oh, now what? They have this big
No,
celebration. And I
yeah,
tell people all the time, you got to remember the goal is not passing the exam. The goal is having a beneficial career. And the exam is a step towards that goal. It's not the goal itself. And so you got to keep it in
exactly.
mind. There's so many people who study, and they pass, and they're like, oh, now what? It's like,
Nah.
no, because you could fail 4 times, but if you were preparing the whole time when you do pass, you're ready to go.
Oh yeah, hit the ground running. I
As
got a
opposed to
10-year
somebody
plan. Yeah,
you're supposed to be able to pass the first time and it takes them 8 months to figure it out. I mean, that's not the race. Passing the exam is not the race. And that's why I want people to relax and study properly is they got to remember the exam is not the goal. I know it's hard to tell people as they're studying and it's tedious and it is the first step. But they just got to remember it's just a barrier to entry. It's
it
not the
really
goal.
is. And I didn't think that it was overly hard. I mean, this wasn't like a bar exam or MCAT. They're not asking you anything that you shouldn't know. And if you study and you put the work in, you're gonna be fine. So don't like trip yourself out. Don't start doubting yourself. I mean, for me, it took me about 30 minutes to do the practice exams, 150 questions. Day of the exam, it took me an hour to finish that test. And that's because I made sure to read everything carefully, read each question twice. But after an hour, I was the first person to finish, and I knew not to double check my answers. I was confident, and the last thing that I wanted was to go back on an answer and switch it and get it wrong because I feel like your gut instinct is usually correct, especially if you've already put in the work. So have confidence in yourself. Don't let fear cripple you.
There's two things I'm hearing from that, which are great. One, your first impulse is usually correct,
Yep.
which people got to realize. And second is stop complaining. People complain about this exam. It's like, just do it, get it done, move on. The state's not going to change it. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of, you just got to hit it head on, do it, make the most of it, learn what you can, accept the fact that's not applicable, you know, accept the stuff that's not applicable, what you're actually going to do, and move on. But that thing about don't second guess yourself, I even tell people, if you do go back and look at your answers, make sure you record what your first impulse was. Because you didn't even go back. But for those people who do, it's like record that first impulse and trust that one, unless you find something really important to contradict it, like a
Right.
true aha moment. But if you don't have that, don't change those answers.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to add?
Just that if anyone needs help, you have any questions, you want to collaborate, I'm working most of the Southern California area. I'm here in Torrance, going to be working in Beverly Hills, San Diego, all over. If you want to collaborate, feel free to reach out to me. Be more than happy to help. Also, if you're looking for a brokerage, be more than happy to help you there as well.
Great. So I'll put your show notes in the links below, pointing down, you know, and we'll have all the links for Michael and his information so you can find him easily. And with that being said, this is Joe from PrepAgent, Michael Maxwell, a newly licensed real estate agent in California. Bye.